If you are happy,
you like your doctor,
you can keep your choice.
Let me repeat
doctor.
this.
Keep your choice of doctors. You keep it.
Period. If you look at the package that we've presented, and there's some stray cats and dogs that got in there that we were eliminating. We were in the process of eliminating. For example, we said from the start that it was going to be important for us to be consistent in saying to people, if you can have if you want to keep the health insurance you got, you can keep it. That you're not going to have anybody getting in between you and your doctor in your decision making. And I think that some of the provisions that got snuck in might have violated that pledge. And so we're in the process of scrubbing this and making sure that it's tight.
But despite what some folks may say, we stuck to the promise. If you like your health care plan, you could pretty much keep it.
Your employer, it's estimated, would see premiums fall by as much as 3,000%, which means they could give you a raise.
By the way, the health care bill is a jobs bill. It will create 4 million new jobs, several hundred thousand immediately upon enactment.
That bill was dead on several occasions. It was revived in my office. We did a lot of work. And was the bill perfect? Not even close.
What does success look like?
Well, I think success looks like at least 7 million people having signed up by the end of March 2014.
More than 1 million people visited healthcare.gov before 7 in the morning.
So far, the national website, healthcare.gov, has been visited nearly 20 million times. We now have 4 million Americans who have signed up for quality private health insurance through the marketplace exchanges. 4 million people have already signed up because of you.
That's 1 million to 2 million short of the 7 million mark that the administration set.
First of all, 7 million was not the administration. I'm not quite sure where they even got their number.
We're in the process of scrubbing this and making sure that it's tight.
Was this a typo, saying that only if you had a state exchange could you get a subsidy and therefore be required to participate? Or was it some significant policy decision not to include states that didn't have exchanges?
Chris, it is unambiguous this is a typo. Literally every single person involved in the crafting of this law has said that it's a typo, that they had no intention of excluding the federal states, and why would they? What's important to remember politically about this is if you're a state and you don't set up an exchange, that means your citizens don't get their tax credits. I just don't know why someone can't run for the governor of Florida and say, look, I hate gays, I love guns, but I'm not turning down $2 billion a year from the federal government. It's just a typo. America is too stupid to understand the difference. It's first of all not entirely clear if you look at the language. I'm biased here. It's like the one bit of the bill I actually wrote. Okay? What actually it means. One way to read it is that states with federal exchanges can't give subsidies. That is really the ultimate threat is will people understand that, gee, if your governor doesn't set up an exchange, you're losing hundreds of millions of dollars of tax credits to be delivered to your citizens. Another way to read it is that they can't hope that that's a blatant enough political reality that states will get their act together and realize there are billions of dollars at stake here in setting up these exchanges and that they'll do it. But, once again, the politics can get ugly around this. I think the pressures politically led to an incomplete law with some typos.
You have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
The fact that some advisor who never worked on our staff.
I don't know who he is.
And let me, full disclaimer, I'm going to describe objectively, but I helped write it.
He didn't help write our bill.
So I'll be objective. I'll try to be objective, but just full disclaimer, I was involved in writing the legislation.
New emails show that MIT economist Jonathan Gruber was in regular contact with high-level Obama administration staffers about the health care laws.
But that's not what the White House said. It appears that some would say, not I, but some would say the White House lied. Did the White House lie about that?
I think they were not fully forthcoming.
I would say they were not fully
Or they may have had their recollections impaired.
The White House sought distance from Gruber after his comments that the administration used a lack of transparency and the, quote, stupidity of the American voter to pass health care reform.
You like that, Harold?
The White
Gruber was Uber.
This is the most transparent administration in history.
America is too stupid to understand